You endeavor to construct a metropolis centered around automobiles, aspiring to make it exceptionally car-friendly. In pursuit of this, you implement sleep lanes, expansive thoroughfares, and restrict access for pedestrians and cyclists, obliterating any remaining facilities of already inadequate public transit infrastructure. Yet, despite these extensive efforts, you simply cannot create a truly car-friendly city. To create a genuinely car-friendly city, several critical requirements must be met. Prioritizing vehicles over people necessitates broad, multi-lane roads designed for high-speed traffic flow, minimizing stops and delays. Ample parking facilities are also essential, ensuring drivers can effortlessly find parking spaces close to the destinations. Traffic signals and road designs should favor vehicular movement with synchronized lights and dedicated turning lanes to alleviate congestion. Additionally, the city must enforce strict regulations limiting pedestrian crossings, thereby minimizing potential disruptions to the continuous flow of traffic. Efficient road maintenance and clear signage are also crucial to ensure that vehicles can navigate smoothly and safely throughout the city. However, no matter how many lanes you add or how wide you make the roads, you won't solve the problem of traffic congestion. This phenomenon, known as induced demand, means that increasing the road capacity often leads to more cars on the road, eventually restoring congestion levels. When roads are expanded, they initially appear to ease traffic, encouraging more people to drive, which soon leads to the same level of congestion as before. Additionally, by making driving the only viable mode of transport, you exacerbate traffic issues with limited public transit, no public transit options, no cycling infrastructure, and restricted pedestrian pathways. More people will just rely on cars for the daily commutes and errands. And this reliance on automobiles further clogs the streets, making traffic just an everyday occurrence and lengthening travel times for everyone. This approach not only fails to alleviate congestion but also diminishes the quality of urban life, as it reduces accessibility and mobility for non-drivers, isolates communities, and contributes to environmental degradation through increased emissions. Ironically, for the convenience of drivers themselves, dedicated transit lanes, bike paths, and comfortable sidewalks are essential. These alternative transportation options significantly reduce congestion by providing people with viable choices other than driving. Trams, metros, trolley buses, and even buses can carry far more pedestrians than individual cars, decreasing the number of vehicles on the road. Bike paths offer a fast and eco-friendly mode of transport for more than 50 kilometers, while well-maintained sidewalks encourage walking. By investing in these infrastructures, cities can actually alleviate traffic congestion, making driving smoother and more efficient for those who need to drive. This holistic approach not only improves overall mobility but also enhances the urban environment, making the city more accessible and pleasant for everyone. The fundamental problem is clear. If we can't have a car-friendly city without traffic, which is not car-friendly at all, then we simply cannot have a car-friendly city. Traffic congestion negates the very purpose of designing a city around automobiles, as it leads to frustration, longer travel times, and inefficiency for drivers, despite all effort to prioritize vehicles through expansive roads and realistically no other viable alternatives to driving. The resulting traffic jams make the city less functional and less livable for everyone, including drivers. This paradox reveals that a truly car-friendly city is an unattainable goal, highlighting the needs for balanced, multimodal transportation systems that all serve all residents efficiently. Like cities in the Netherlands, Norway, and Japan, which have effectively addressed traffic congestion by providing exceptional alternatives to driving and developing good quality public transit systems. In the Netherlands, even the worst cities like Groningen prioritize cycling over heavy vehicles and have secure bike parking, and OV-fietsen bike sharing programs, which serve all around the Netherlands the needs of traveling with train and commuting by bike. Public transit systems is generally also pretty robust, with frequent and reliable trains almost working as a nationwide metro system, and buses which run through the city center to scare the freak out of any tourists riding a bike. In Norway, cities such as Oslo have very effectively and heavily invested in public transit systems, offering a very efficient and eco-friendly mode with electric buses, ferries, and well-connected and maintained tram and metro systems. Also has also implemented car-free zones in the city center, encouraging walking and cycling, and the best design manual I've ever seen. Oh, and if you want to know why Japan is very good, then you're even stuck in a time loop in 1984, or you haven't watched the last three videos of Not Just Bikes. Anyways, the integration of various transit modes, including widespread pedestrian infrastructure, ensures that residents have multiple convenient options to choose from, significantly reducing the needs of car travel and alleviating traffic congestion. How many times have I said the word significantly and traffic congestion in this video? I'm almost bored. Well, actually, we can create bike-friendly cities or public transit-friendly cities, but this is only because these modes of transport prioritize people over vehicles. Bicycles and public transport inherently foster a sense of community and accessibility, as they are designed for human interaction and movement. In contrast, cars are large, heavy metal boxes that can pose significant dangers, including fatal accidents, making it impossible to establish a truly friendly relationship with them. This difference means that while we can design urban environments that are welcoming and safe for cyclists and public transit users, we cannot achieve the same for cars. The human-centric nature of biking and public transport allows for more harmonious and sustainable cities, where the inherent risk and isolation of cars prevent that from ever being truly integrated in a way that is friendly to urban fabric and its inhabitants. If cities build proper bike paths and implement traffic calmed streets, they could significantly reduce traffic congestion by removing the needs for traffic lights and stop signs. Dedicated bike paths and traffic calming measures such as speed bumps, chicanes, and narrow streets make the road purposefully crooked, encouraging slower driving, more consistent traffic flow, and safer environments for all road users. These interventions not only make cycling and walking more attractive, but also streamline vehicular traffic, reducing the stop and go pattern that exacerbates congestion. For more detailed strategies and examples, further information can be found in the description provided. If we were to create as many lanes as there are people, we could potentially eliminate traffic congestion. However, this would be a stupid solution and very dangerous. Such an approach would require an immense amount of space, turning cities into sprawling asphalt jungles where most people spend their time inside cars and houses. This could lead to severe environmental degradation, as vast areas of land would be consumed by roadways, reducing green spaces and increasing pollution. Additionally, the social and health impact of such a car-dominated environment could be detrimental, isolating individuals and contributing to a sedentary lifestyle. Ultimately, this scenario underscores the absurdity of attempting to solve urban mobility issues solely through car-centric infrastructure. Many North American cities, such as Los Angeles and Houston, have struggled with consequences of car-centric urban planning. These cities have unfortunately invested in extensive road networks and sprawling suburban development, leading to persistent traffic congestion, air pollution, and the lack of viable transportation alternatives. However, cities like Montreal and New York have started to make significant strides in improving their infrastructure. Montreal has invested in expanding its network of bike paths and implemented the traffic calming measures, making cycling and walking safer as more appealing. This city has also enhanced its public transit infrastructure by making the potentially best metro system in the world. New York City, meanwhile, has undertaken various steps to reduce car dependency, such as creating pedestrian zones and plazas, expanding bike lanes, and introducing dedicated bus lanes. The implementation of congestion pricing in Manhattan aims to further alleviate traffic and fund public transit improvements. These efforts demonstrate that gradual strategic investments in alternative transportation infrastructure can lead to more sustainable, livable urban environments. Despite these developments, cities like Montreal and New York still fall short of the standards set by cities in the Netherlands, Denmark, and Germany. In these European countries, urban planning prioritizes cycling and public transit, resulting in seamless, expansive networks of protected bike paths and efficient public transit systems. In contrast, North American cities often feature inconsistent infrastructure, where a pleasant two-way protected bike path ends in a doubting six-lane stroll. This lack of continued integration highlights the ongoing challenges faced by North American cities in creating truly sustainable and people friendly urban environments. To achieve the level of success seen in European cities, continued and comprehensive efforts are required to prioritize and invest in multimodal transportation systems. And no, we shouldn't necessarily build our cities solely around public transport and cycling. Cars can still play a part in balanced modal transportation. Cities like Hoest and Veenendaal in the Netherlands exemplify how a harmonious integration of various modes of transport can work effectively. In these cities, people can use a combination of public transit, walking, and cycling for most of their daily trips while still having access to cars when necessary. This one not only helps to reduce traffic congestion but also promotes a more sustainable urban environment. Initially, cities can just start by implementing measures such as shortcuts for pedestrians and cyclists, pedestrianized city centers, and developing parts that serve both as destination as pathways. These steps can make urban areas more accessible and enjoyable for everyone outside of cars, paving the way for a more balanced and efficient mode of transportation networks in the future. I would like to thank everyone who watched this video until the end, and if you want to support me further and gain access to bonus videos, you can just visit patreon.com/thedailyfreedom.